Every man, woman, and child is targeted for sacrifice. It is for God's glory.
There are men that we used to talk to who come with witch exes. Their exes are witches because when you start talking to them, they sell their souls to bring you down. No, they sleep and they astral project into the home to cause problems. They're the ones who cause every problem we have. I bought a house with this man. His ex used to harass me when I was working at the bank. She used to harass me no ends. I did not know that this woman was flying. I know that there were some things that were going on that it was not of God. When I got to 53, I had to leave my house because of the things that were going on. Men were coming after me, all kinds of things. I left my house. And when I left my house, the attacks turned up. All my life, I lived with no debt. At age 53, debt took me. I had moved. I didn't take anything from the house. Well, I had my stuff, but bedroom furniture, I bought them on hire purchase. And they took my jobs. They took the monies I was supposed to get. People owe me, not paying me. I had a job. She projected into the manager to say she wasn't going to renew my contract. And they continued to create their illusions. But I had gone to God. So God shows me what they're doing whenever they're doing it. Now, she has been jumping in and out of women, trying to cause problems. She jumps into my body. God tells me, cut her loose. Every woman has their man's ex witch on them, working with a pastor and the ex to cause problems in your life. Debt, CPS, pain, sickness, what else? Blockage, stoppage, hindrance, job loss. Every problem you go through, accidents, fire, every problem you go through, it's these people, God calls them witches and wizards. They're the enemies of relationships. So as we go through, they sleep, their spirits are the ghosts in our home. They jump into our bodies to open accounts, to spend our money. We don't know where the money goes, but they are wreaking havoc in our homes, in our lives. They're the ones who split up relationships. They can do it with an illusion. For many women who come to me, they say a woman contacted them on Facebook or on Instagram or whatever. When they contact them, the first thing they do is turn against the man because they don't realize that this is how this witch works. She's going to say that to put a wedge between you. When you decide that, okay, I'm going to leave him because they split up relationships because the devil divides and conquers. When you're getting married, you have to go to God first in silence. Allow Him to send you to someone because it has to be someone He prepared. They have to tell you about the spiritual side of marriages so you know what you're getting into. Marriages and relationships is spiritual warfare at its highest level. So they have to be able to explain to you. They have to have anointings to block certain things, to stop certain things, to cut demons loose. When you are getting married, God will send that person to your wedding to hold up their right hands and give him control. So no demon gets married into your bodies because this is how they form ties, form legal ties as spirit spouses, and then they let in others. No, they have no authority. They don't. But people don't know that because God says earthly marriages are not of Him because they're not coming to Him. People are not coming to Him. They're allowing the demon pastors to lead them into it and putting themselves into it to cause problems. So you have women who are submissive. They will be in a relationship for a long time under the illusion of prosperity because the devil is going to block what you are to get, give you what he wants to give you, to keep you in bondage. The sickness, the pains, the blockage, the stoppage, everything, he's causing it in that marriage. Poverty, he's causing it in that marriage. When you decide you're going to go to God, you're going to leave that relationship, that is when the attacks turn up. So you thought you were in your marriage, you're getting sick every minute, you're getting vaginal infections. It is the man that they're using to put this sickness on you, to put vaginal infections. God says they use sex, money, and food to entrap you. They load them up with spirits. They come with spirits to entrap you. When you are going through this, it is not something that someone can break off you or say it is ended or whatever. They can't. They will put their spirits in people to do that, but that's not how it works. God will join you to an altar and use that person to protect you. You'll be under that person's coverage. That is how God works. He does not do the vigilante thing. Oh, I broke this off me. No, that is not God. That is how the devil works. And the devil don't like vigilante either, because I had a dream where this demon pastor and many others who are on me approached me and said, I should sign a paper saying that I'm with them, because if I'm not with them, it means I'm against them. They don't like vigilante. They don't like lone wolves. And I said, no, the only paper I'm signing is to say I'm with God. And it was 2 times in that dreams that men came to shoot me. God had to cancel it. So anybody out there thinking that I can do this by myself, that's not how it works. God prepares few people, and then he joins you to an altar of healing, deliverance, because he's going to give that person all the anointings they need. They're going to be attached to him. He gives the final order on what is to be done with you in your situation. So it's not something that you can say, oh, this or that or whatever. You have to submit to God to get God's things, or the devil will create an illusion, give you his things, and then sacrifice you for it. He tortures and sacrifices you for it. So that's why when many people go to God, they come under stress, poverty, sickness, all kinds of things. These people who are doing it to us are sleeping. I call them sleepers. They're sleeping. They're not supposed to be getting away with these things. But because Christians are not aware of what spiritual warfare is, or they are not aware that it affects them too, because it affects everyone worldwide. I was calling my hair. Pardon me. But this is how they work. This is how they work. And God is the only one who can help. Chains need to be broken to render them powerless. They have put many women on the street. They have caused children to be taken by CPS, because if that child is with someone else, they can put their spirit in someone to have their way with them. They are the ones who cause sickness, they cause pain, they cause suffering. They don't like women and children because they take on gay pedophile and lesbian pedophile spirits. So it's spiritual warfare at its highest level. When you get married, it is worse, because they decide that from you reach about maybe 38, you're supposed to die for what you have. So this is how they work. God is your way maker. God always makes a way. They will try to block and stop it, but God always makes a way. We have to surrender to him, especially as women. We have to surrender to God, because the plan that they have on our lives, the plan that they have on our lives is sacrifice by whatever means they plan. We have to put God first and allow him to take care of everything else.